Hi, in this video, we'll be talking about how we can stake our newly migrated Aave tokens for daily interest. At the same time, is also to fight against inflation. In the previous video, you may have already seen how we migrated the LEND token into the new Aave token, which is the Aave Lending Protocol token. And on the same article, it talks about migration. And at the same time, after migration, the natural thing that most of us would do is to find a place to receive interest from the newly converted Aave token. And here's right here in the Aave protocol, in the same migration article, we can deposit Aave token within this safety module we found in the protocol. And the purpose of this is to mitigate any event risk, such that it may drain out of cryptos that resulted in loss of crypto losses encountered by the users of Aave protocol in the future, and they will draw the shortfall that is caused by the loss event from this safety module. But at this moment, the initial daily rewards are 400 Aave tokens shared in this pool. So stakers will get their share of this 400 Aave tokens depending on how much percentage your share in this safety module pool. In addition, stakers will also receive a percentage of the protocol fees, but these will only come later should the governance voters for this protocol fees, receiving protocol fees later on. But currently we will be expecting a 400 daily share for this safety module feature as we stake our Aave tokens into this pool. All of this comes with a risk. In cases of a shortfall, safety modules uses up 30% of the assets locked. But this protocol protection is not yet active at the moment. So for now, any Aave tokens that are staked will not have any risk of getting it slashed. Should there be a risk event, it will not result in the 30% to cover that lost at the moment from this pool. We'll need to wait for further updates from the Aave team. And here are the steps of how the staking should be done. And before we put it into action, in order to retrieve back the staked Aave token, we need to execute a contract, and wait for a cooldown period that is 10 days before we can fully unstake our Aave token from the protocol, from this safety module. And that means we are going to pay 2 gases and a waiting time of 10 days between the transactions in order to fully redeem the amount of Aave tokens that is staked in the safety module. So this is something you need to bear in mind, as it is not an instant unstake feature that is found in the other protocol. So we will have to pay two times of gas and a waiting period of 10 days before we can fully unstake. So let's get to the action. So we will need to go to the DApp, decentralized app, and be sure prior to this action, you will need to load your hardware wallets or your MetaMask wallets into the MetaMask, and to have that wallet selected, then go to the staking as highlighted from the article. The next thing is that I'll be staking max, and we'll do stake, and we need to approve and followed by stake. So that's another 2 transactions that we need to know. So we will take a look at the latest gas prices. Oh, that's about, we need to pay about 100 GWay, and like everything, 101 looks fine for me, confirmed. And for me that is using a hardware wallet, I have approved on my hardware wallet. And next up, it's successful. It is already confirmed. That's fast. Yes, it's approved. Let's take a look at the total gas that I paid. And of course, make sure that you have enough Ether to perform the transactions in your wallet. Yep, so it's confirmed. We paid $1.60 for the approval, and now the next step would be, so this transaction took within 30 seconds, and now we have to do staking, the actual staking where the Aave tokens will be staked. So that's about $30. Let's take a look at the fees. I'm thinking that costs 0.1 Ether. So you may want to reconsider and factor in the total amount of Aave token worth, or wait for lower gas fees to proceed with the transaction if it doesn't make sense for you to pay such an amount of Ether for the amount of Aave token stake. And now I'm going to review my transactions in my hardware wallet, and again open that transactions. You see it is draining my Ether in my wallet. You have to be aware that when we unstake, we need to perform 2 transactions yet again, and you will need to consider putting the amount of Ether into the wallets to facilitate the unstaking process. Go to the Etherscan. Here, the transaction is completed, and we see the amount of my Aave token stake, and I paid a total of $10. A total of $10 for these 2 transactions to stake this amount of Aave tokens. Yep, so you see the amount deducted in my wallets. And if we are back, we'll see that the transaction has passed through, and we have amount of Aave token stake. This gives me some statistics that each week for this amount in the current pool size, I am going to receive about $3 worth. Currently, let's take a look at the current Aave token price and see a return, so that you guys can crunch the figures in your head to see whether how much an amount is worth you doing this staking process. So currently we have a token is $40. Let's get our math. For $40, we are going to get 3.5. So $3.5 and divided by 7, which is $0.5 in 40, and that's about 4.5% in APY when we do this staking process with the current pool size. So for per week, we'll be going to receive this amount, and per month, we are going to receive 0.364. 0.364 multiplied by 12, and a year we will get 4.3 Aave tokens. And when do we calculate we reach break-even point? Assuming that we pay $10 in gas fees, and we unstake, we are also doing 2 transactions, then that amount to a total of $20. For $20, we will need 1.5 months to cover and to reach break-even points, and thereafter 1.5 months, the Aave tokens that we are going to receive in interest will be our pure profits. Bear that in mind that this is a safety module. There will be a risk of loss moving forward, but currently that feature hasn't been turned on yet, so it is free interest for all of the users that are staking their Aave tokens in the safety module at the current time. With that, this is Warren. We'll see you again in our next crypto videos, and bye for now.